What makes living here so great is the parks in Westchester County.
One of my favorite things about living in Westchester and raising my daughter here in Westchester is the incredible park system that we have.
I think the best thing about the parks is there's something for everyone, and growing up we use them in all sorts of ways.
Our 18,000-acre park system is one of our most valuable assets in Westchester County.
When I discovered that there was a way to participate in helping, I was delighted to be able to take advantage of that.
What the Parks Foundation does for Westchester County is act as the voice of the folks who use the parks. Our job is to make sure that the decision makers and the people who run the park system actually take care of it and take care of the resources that the users give, the taxpayers give. Good evening, everyone. I hope you can find your seats. We're about to start. We're kind of trying to keep to a schedule because we have folks joining us virtually. So if you can find your seats, we'd appreciate it. Welcome to Westchester Parks Foundation's 2020 Gala. Together, we stand up for parks. 2020 has been a year like no other. Faced with a global pandemic, our community has come together in a way that it never has before. And in doing so, we recognize the important role that parks have played in all of our lives this year. They've been a place of respite and a place of healing. Parks played a role this year that for many of us, they've always played, but thousands more people discovered the power of parks as they ventured out together as a family and found their new favorite places and cherished spots. Right here in Westchester, where they've always been, Westchester County's incomparable county park system.
On behalf of Westchester Park Foundation's Board of Trustees, it is my honor to welcome you and celebrate parks this year. It is the mission of Westchester Parks Foundation to encourage the use and investment in our unparalleled Westchester County park system. With 18,000 acres of parks, trails, and open space, this year we have all spent time in our favorite park and will remember this time as parks have served such an important role in our lives. We celebrate our parks as a place where all are welcome and a reason that we live and spend our time here. As the only organization supporting all of Westchester County's parks, we are honored that parks have and continue to play a vital role in our collective well-being. For 43 years, we have been advocates for parks, users of parks, and investors in parks. Westchester's unparalleled county park system spans the entire county, and we are proud to support them now more than ever. Since 1977, we have helped support our precious parks and programs through natural disasters, economic upheaval, and moments of great uncertainty. Our mission stands behind the belief that everyone has the right to safe, clean, beautiful parks and envisions the preservation of our parks for generations to come. This year has presented challenges that we never envisioned, and yet parks continue to stand as a constant. We are proud that with the help of our incredible 2020 honorees, we continue to support our parks when they need it most. Our volunteers, with a late start to the season, are contributing more hours than ever. Our Camp Morty campers are engaging in outdoor activities and discovering the power of parks virtually this year. More golfers are working on their swing at our driving ranges, and families are out at Bicycle Sundays in incredible numbers. As we look towards the remainder of the year, we will even envision a new winter wonderland, continuing the tradition of appreciating parks all year long. We can't do it without the support of our amazing honorees, all who appreciate and support parks year-round. We promote the use and enjoyment of our parks, trails, recreation areas, pools, beaches, golf courses, and open spaces because they enrich the quality of life for all of us. Trustees, volunteers, staff, honorees, family, and friends, you are part of what makes our parks and our work so special. Westchester Parks Foundation believes that this year, more than ever, parks have been here when we needed them, and we must now all stand up for parks.
Parks are so important.
Welcome everyone. This has been a year like no other, and while it feels strange to be here at Glen Island in front of you, I'm glad because that means we've actually done a good job, right? We've done a good job of collectively flattening the curve and making it possible to have small events like this. So thank you. I'd also want to take the opportunity to thank everyone who's joining us at home virtually. This is a first for me. I've never done this before, so I'm trying not to, make too many flub-ups. But we really wish you could have been here because it's a beautiful setting tonight. But we're looking forward to hosting you again next year. Thank you to our sponsors, because without you, there would be no tonight. We have gold sponsors, Entergy, Thale Industries, McCullough Goldberger and Stout, the Moriarty family, Betsy and Wally Stern, and Regeneron. And to our bronze sponsors, John Kirkpatrick, Tom Heaslip, Thompson and Bender, Mark Berman, and Con Edison. I'd also like to acknowledge some of the elected and appointed officials who've joined us here this evening. I'm going to thank the county executive and the deputy county executive, but for those of us that know the county executive, he'll be here shortly. And so will the deputy county executive. Chairman of the board, Ben Boykin, is with us here tonight. Thank you. He'll be speaking to you shortly. Our Parks and Recreation Committee Chair, David Tubiolo, is here. Legislator Ruth Walter. Legislator Damon Marr. Chair of the Parks, Recreation, and Conservation Board, who's also a trustee of the Westchester Parks Foundation, Henry Neal. Our Parks, Recreation, and Conservation Commissioner, Kathleen O'Connor. Our Parks, Recreation, and Conservation First Deputy Commissioner, Peter Tartaglia, who I should have to say is spending his birthday with us here tonight. Tonight is Peter's birthday. So a big hand for Peter for showing up tonight on his birthday. Senator Andrea Stewart-Cousins sends her best. She can't be with us here tonight, but there are proclamations from the state Senate Majority Leader for all of our awardees tonight, and she sends her best wishes. We're grateful for all of your support all throughout the year for what you do for parks and for being here with us tonight, and those of you that are home virtually to, as we like to say, stand up for parks. It's our hashtag, stand up for parks. And while I'm thanking people, thanks to the Glen Island staff, and where's Maria, who's been with me since 2 o'clock this afternoon, of setting this up and dialing in this perfect night, because when we woke up this morning, it was not a perfect night. So thank you for the great weather and this beautiful setting. In addition to all the sponsors and the officials who've supported parks tonight and all year long, I really would like to celebrate our outstanding Board of Trustees. Seth Mandelbaum, who we just heard on the video and his message, they've done a tremendous job. Without our trustees, really tonight would have been impossible. They've done so much to help us get through this unusual year, this unusual gala, this unusual celebration. Some of you are here with us tonight. Our board vice chair is here, our board treasurer is here, our board secretary is here. But the rest of us, I think, are joining us virtually. And we appreciate that all of you've done as the great advocates for our great county park system. People need to stand up for parks, and our board is leading the way. It's certainly been an unusual year, but it has shown us more than ever that parks are essential. It's another hashtag we use. Parks are essential, right? Because right now, we're here at Glen Island Harbor Club, in Glen Island Park, in New Rochelle, which at one point was the epicenter of the COVID pandemic in the country. And this is where it all began, Glen Island Park, right? It was the region's first, it might have been the country's first drive-through testing site to keep people safe from COVID-19. Now New York does hundreds of thousands of tests a day, but it started right here in a park, a Westchester County park. Not too long after that, the Westchester County Center was tapped as a hospital center. And if you've been to the county center over the years and you've seen all different kinds of theatrical performances, sporting events, different kinds of trade shows, if you went there now, there's 30 ICU rooms in a park. The Westchester County Center is a park. You drive by it, you see the infrastructure that's out there. It's incredible what's been done. A park. Where would we turn to for these spaces now? Right? When everybody thinks parks are essential for when they need to go play or they need some time to clear their head. Sometimes we need to think about the fact that the parks are here to help with these kinds of crises for climate change, for flooding, for the COVID-19 response. Westchester County Parks. This year we all stood together, right? We flattened the curve. We did what we're supposed to do. Now it's time for us to stand up for parks. Something that tonight's 3 honorees have done and continue to do.
Parks are so important to the community here in Westchester. We know that they are a central reason why people choose to live here and why businesses choose to locate here. The quality of life provided by our parks is unmatched elsewhere in the country. Westchester Parks Foundation exists to support those treasure parks, and we see time and time again that people want to give back to their parks, which have played such an important role to all of us this year. We are so pleased to celebrate the achievements and contributions of our deserving honorees this year. Regeneron, Xylem, and the Westchester County Parks Department have all contributed in unique and vital ways to the success of our organization and to the central importance of parks to Westchester County. Without your generosity, we cannot celebrate success this evening. Regeneron employees have given thousands of hours of sweat equity to our parks. Xylem has continually supported our efforts to restore Tibbetts Lake. And the Westchester County Parks Department has kept our parks open, clean, and safe, going above and beyond during our time of crisis this year. We are grateful to each and every one for supporting parks this year and every year. Parks are essential in so many ways. As Vice Chair of the Westchester Parks Foundation and Director of Regional and Community Affairs for Con Edison, focused specifically on Westchester County, I have seen firsthand for years that parks are essential. Our beautiful parks add to the quality of life for all residents of the county, and many do not realize that we have the added benefit that some unique structures are part of our park system, like the county center and playland. Over the years, those parks have served an essential role as staging areas for storms and crisis response. And in this unprecedented time, they are serving us not only for these essential services, but for the mental and physical well-being for thousands and thousands of people every day. Our honorees this year have all contributed in their ways to the vitality of our park system. Our next speaker truly appreciates that our parks have to offer and shows it with continual support. It is my pleasure to introduce our County Executive, George Latimer.
Hi, I'm George Latimer, Westchester County Executive, and I'm glad to be here, hopefully in person as well as in the virtual world, to congratulate our honorees for Westchester Parks Foundation 2020 Outdoor Gala. And this is, of course, a very different year in the year of COVID, and we celebrate in ways that are a little bit different than we have in past years, but it doesn't change the fact that we deeply appreciate the generosity and the leadership shown by some of these tremendous organizations. This year, the Business Impact Award goes to Regeneron, an outstanding corporate neighbor here in Westchester County. It has a mission to invent life-transforming medicines, thousands of hours of service through their employees, particularly in our parks. And we deeply appreciate the contribution that Regeneron has made to the parks program of Westchester County and to the county itself, its economic health, and the leadership that it's shown in the field of biotechnical advancement. We also want to show the Community Partner Award this year to Xylem. They have a commitment to clean water and environmental solutions. They've had a partnership with us to help return Tibbetts Lake to its former splendor right there in Yonkers. I've been with them for the last few years as we've celebrated the Tibbetts Lake Revitalization Project. And Xylem employees are longtime Westchester Park volunteers, and we thank them for their effort on our behalf. And we want to also thank, with a special recognition award, the Westchester Parks Recreation and Conservation Administration and staff. The PRC employees provide the public with clean, beautiful, and safe park system each year, a diverse group of parks, 55 parks that include golf courses, nature centers, swimming pools, beaches. This year with COVID-19, they went above and beyond to keep parks open and clean for the public and tackled the challenges of opening pools and beaches as well. And they provided one of the most essential of our services, a service that people who live in the county of Westchester really see and appreciate in a way that's very profound. So congratulations here. This is our Parks Are Essential Outdoor Gala, and it's certainly essential for us to thank Regeneron, Xylem, and the Westchester Parks Recreation and Conservation staff for their outstanding work. I'm George Latimer, and I approve that message. I obviously came in person to show you my new haircut, but it still doesn't make me look like Brad Pitt, so we do the best we can. Everything I said on the video, I wasn't sure if I'd make it. I'm glad I could make it. I see I have other colleagues in government with me here. The chairman of the Board of Legislators, Ben Boykin, is here. Ruth Walter, county legislator. David Tubiello, county legislator. Damon Marr, county legislator. And if there are other county legislators out there, I've got the sun in my eyes. I have also my friend Henry Neal, who is head of the Parks Board. So there's a real commitment on behalf of the government, but it wouldn't happen just by the government. It happens because there are organizations like those we're honoring tonight, and it is a public-private partnership that helps us go forward. I'll say one more thing, since you already heard about a half an hour of me up there. This is a very stressful year for all of us. It continues to be a stressful year, but the recreation of Westchester County made a difference. When I spoke to Ruth Walter the first day I was out on Bicycle Sunday, and she was bicycling up and down, Damon Marr is a world-class bicyclist. He'll bicycle from here to North Salem this evening. But the upshot of it is the things that we were able to do, Bicycle Sunday being one of the programs that this foundation supports. That was a necessary break for people. We did the right thing by having it, and if it wasn't for Con Edison and the Moriarty family and our other sponsors, New York Presbyterian Hospital, we wouldn't have been able to extend it for that length of time. And that gave people a break. And although it's not necessarily all part of what the Parks Foundation does, having those public golf courses open, figuring out how Kathy and Pete opened those pools and beaches, I'll never know, but they did. And those things were things that the people of Westchester appreciated. So on behalf of all of us in government, thank you to the Parks Foundation for what you've done, and I promise you will not hear my voice again for the rest of the evening.
You got a haircut and I can't keep my hair. Thank you, Mr. County Executive. And again, thank you to everybody who's made this evening possible. So we also have some opportunities for you guys to donate if you choose to. There's on your table, there's the ability to bid on our silent auction or participate in our 50-50 raffle. There's a QR code on your table. You scan it from your phone and you can put your information in right there. And those of you that are lucky enough to be watching this at home, there's a link on your screen right now, I think, that you can click on and you can participate that way. So it's my pleasure now to introduce another friend of Parks and Recreation, a longtime supporter of parks and open space. He's now the chairman of the board of Westchester County Board of Legislators, the Honorable Ben Boykin.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you, Mr. Stout, for that. I'm Ben Boykin, chairman of the Westchester County Board of Legislators, and as you've already heard, we have three other legislators with us this evening: Legislator Damon Marr, Legislator David Tubiello, and Legislator Ruth Walter. I also believe that we have several of our legislators watching at home virtually this evening. I'd like to thank the trustees and staff of the Westchester County Parks Foundation. It shows that what a private enterprise can do for the public good. And so we want to thank the Parks Foundation for all that you do. When you go to the parks throughout the county, you can see their work each and every day. So I want to say thank you very much. This evening, we're honoring three important organizations that have already been mentioned: Regeneron, Zexon, and also the Westchester County Parks Department. You are doing an outstanding job. The county executive has already mentioned that I don't know how you did it and got everything open just about this year. And the parks are so important to the health and well-being to everyone in Westchester County. We have to be out there for physical fitness, but more importantly, during this time, for mental fitness. It is so important. Whether you're on the North County Trailway, the South County Trailway, Bicycle Sunday, walking at Playland on the beach, going to the pools, or just simply being on the golf courses, or just being out in the parks, enjoying yourself. So I want you to continue to do it. The COVID-19 has shown that parks are essential. And I want to say that the Westchester County Board of Legislators will continue to fund our park systems. This year, I can't even remember. I should have counted the number of bonds that Kathy and Peter have brought before us that we've approved this year for investment in our park system for now and to future generations. So I want to say, continue to work for our parks, because working for the parks, you're working for the people. So thank you very much. I do have to say that we have proclamations for each of the honorees signed by each and every one of our board members.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So we'd like to begin recognizing our outstanding honorees, all of whom have been essential to parks throughout the years and have shown their commitment to maintaining parks and open space for all of us to enjoy. Enjoy the videos.
It's our pleasure this year to award Regeneron with our 2020 Business Impact Award. Regeneron employees are longtime volunteers in our park system, contributing more than 1,700 hours of service to our parks. Since 2017, Regeneron employees have planted trees, maintained trails, removed debris and trash, painted fences, and given back to 10 of our beautiful parks, trails, and open spaces. I am pleased to recognize Regeneron and Hala Mirza, Senior Vice President, Corporate Communications and Citizenship.
Thank you so much for that introduction. I hope everyone who is watching is staying safe and staying well. Regeneron is so proud to call Westchester County home, and we are so honored to be recognized as a friend of Westchester County Parks. I think the last few months have given us all such a new appreciation for our county parks as we have turned to the outdoors for solace during this really difficult time. At Regeneron, we have a saying that comes from our CEO. He got it from his father, which is, we strive to do well by doing good. And as simple as that is, it really guides all of our approach to work here. We believe that our role of doing well by doing good extends beyond creating life-transforming medicines. We have been a leader in giving back to our communities through science education and volunteerism, and we are deeply committed to environmental responsibility to ensure a sustainable future for our children and our planet. Even as many people have moved to work from home over the last several months, there are many Regeneron employees who come in to our labs every day to invent and produce our innovative medicines. This includes hundreds of folks who have been working around the clock to invent and develop our investigational therapeutic for COVID-19. I hear from these folks that being able to escape to the public green spaces in our county has been an essential part of their time away from the labs, for their mental health, for the fresh air, and for the time to connect with families. As a company, we strive to show our appreciation for this precious resource provided by our incredible county parks. Over the past 5 years, more than 400 of our colleagues volunteered close to 1,500 hours for the Parks Foundation. We're thrilled to live in a community where we have such an abundance of beautiful, well-maintained parks, and we count ourselves lucky to call Westchester home and to have the Westchester Parks Foundation as a steward of these incredibly important green spaces. Thank you for all you do, and please, everyone, stay safe.
Thank you, Hala. I should say that the folks from Regeneron and from Xylem were very gracious in allowing us to have more park staff here tonight to celebrate the amazing work that you guys have done. So on behalf of the Regeneron Corporation, I'm proud to accept the Business Impact Award for them, and they congratulate the other honorees.
Parks are a vital and fundamental part of our community here in Westchester. Whether they are 1 or 100 acres, This year, we have had to reimagine some of our programming so that we can continue to support those who need our parks most. Camp Morty, one of our signature initiatives, has made the jump from mountain lakes to meet our campers where they are and bring the parks to them. We know the importance of parks to Westchester's most vulnerable youth, and we are proud to say that if our kids could not come to camp this year, then we would bring camp to them. By going virtual, we are able to reach even more campers than with our traditional overnight camp and give a positive summer parks experience to more kids. Virtual camp can never replace the feeling of being outdoors at Mountain Lakes Park, but we're happy to connect with our campers this year and look forward to seeing them in person next year. Our programs have been so important to the community this year. From the additional thousands of people enjoying safe recreation at Bicycle Sundays, to volunteers knowing the importance of parks to their lives and feeling the need to give back, we are here to help people stand up for parks. Our volunteer program restarted in June, and with it, our Tibbetts Lake Revitalization Program, supported by Xylem and their partner, GA Fleet. Without Xylem's support, we could never have begun the effort to restore the lake, a beautiful and vital feature of Tibbetts Brook Park. For many years, the lake has been completely overtaken by invasive water chestnut plants. But thanks to Xylem, we have been removing the plants with the use of a mechanical harvester and the hand-pulling efforts of their employee volunteers. We look forward to the future when the lake is restored to use by the community. We thank Xylem for their support, and we are pleased to present them with the 2020 Community Partner Award.
On behalf of Xylem, I want to thank Westchester Parks Foundation for this great honor. This is a wonderful partnership and one that we value greatly as a company that is committed to creating social impact in the community. Together, over the past few years, Xylem volunteers and Westchester Parks Foundation have come together to clean our parks and waterways and to make lasting change that will benefit the ecosystem and the community for years to come. As a global water technology company, we are committed to solving water through innovative solutions. Through Xylem Watermark, our corporate social responsibility program, our colleagues and stakeholders volunteer their time and expertise to help communities address their water challenges. We clean local waterways, educate about water issues, and provide access to safe water. As a member of the community here in Westchester, we are fortunate to be in an area with a beautiful and vital local park system, and we understand the importance of protecting it. We are very proud of our sustained multi-year project to help restore Tibbetts Brook Park Lake so that it can once again be accessed and appreciated by 100,000 community members in Yonkers. Last year, we kicked off this project by joining together with our distribution partner, GA Fleet, who's also headquartered here in Westchester. And we sponsored a mechanical harvester that removed the invasive species water chestnut from the lake. Following the mechanical harvester kickoff last year, 35 volunteers from Xylem and GA Fleet participated in the hand-pulling efforts by canoe and along the shore to reach shallower areas. These volunteer efforts demonstrate the drive and commitment our employees and partners have to solving local water challenges and giving back to the community. Partnerships like this one between local governments, nonprofit organizations, companies, and community members are vital to create sustainable change, and they show the power of what we can achieve when we all work together towards one goal. The restoration of Tibbetts Brook Lake, along with the many other volunteer projects we have collaborated on, will benefit our neighbors for many years to come and have lasting effects on the environment. We are honored to be a part of this partnership and part of this community, and we look forward to working with you to drive continued progress this year and next as the mechanical harvester and dedicated volunteers sustain the efforts to remove water chestnut from the lake. As we like to say at Xylem, let's solve water together.
Thank you, Emma, and I am pleased to accept the Community Partner Award on behalf of Xylem.
During all this year, we have seen more and more people than ever using our parks, but when the stay-at-home orders were issued, Westchester County parks were one of the very few places that remained open and became an important lifeline to the community for recreation, for physical health, and mental health. Time and time again, we observed park users and people using our parks safely. What happened behind the scenes in order to keep parks safe and open was remarkable. Park employees going above and beyond to try to keep up with a new level of demand placed on our parks in a new crisis, exhibiting leadership and were the face of the parks, and ensuring that parks would be open for all when we needed them most. From the Westchester County Park leadership, through all of their employees of the Parks Department at all levels, demonstrated that parks are essential and that the people that keep our parks open are part of the essential fabric of our community. We could not be where we are as a community without the men and women keeping our parks open for all of us. And we owe them, all of them, a huge debt of gratitude. We are pleased to present the Westchester County Parks Department and Commissioner Kathy O'Connor with the 2020 Special Recognition Award.
Thank you very much, Henry, for giving the County Parks Department this wonderful award from the Westchester Parks Foundation, this Special Recognition Award. Especially this year, 2020, I, as the Commissioner of the Parks Department, is tremendously proud of our whole staff for handling a very, very challenging time with COVID-19. The Parks Department has remained open, and we have had many, many people comment on being able to come out to the parks, whether play golf, go swimming, just walk. It has helped them maintain some sense of normalcy during this very difficult time. So again, on behalf of the County Parks Department, thank you to the Westchester Parks Foundation for this wonderful award. We made it. Good evening, everybody. As the county executive said, everything that was just in that video is basically what I was going to say now. But I wanted to just, first of all, congratulate the two other honorees, Regeneron and Xylem. Thank you for your contributions to the parks facilities, and we so appreciate your support year-round. Thank you. Special Recognition Award. This award is so important to me as the Commissioner of the Westchester County Parks Department because it truly recognizes that the men and women of the Parks Department have performed over and above the call of duty during the pandemic, actually since January 2020. Over the past decades, our department has faced many challenges, but dealing with COVID-19 and the ramifications of what it meant to try to do our business as usual model seemed insurmountable at times. The state guidelines were not always clear, and we had many interpretations of them. But in true PRC fashion, our staff, full-time as well as hundreds of hourly employees, rose to the occasion. We gave the staff many more rules to enforce with the park patrons, on top of the usual rules that we try to enforce with the park patrons. It also really got to a point where there was going to be no fun of any kind at our facilities while visiting all our parks. But in truth, and I really, really mean this, the public responded positively to our rules, and they have commented frequently on how safe they have felt using our facilities, as well as how much they appreciate the constant sanitizing that our staff has conducted hourly, daily, weekly, monthly. I have watched teenagers who probably have not ever kept their own bathrooms or bedrooms clean while they wipe down handrails, benches, and public bathrooms, as well as reminding the public constantly to please follow all our social distancing protocols while visiting our facilities. And it was the hottest summer that we've had in a decade. Over 20 days this summer were over 90 degrees. That was quite a thing. Overall, the staff's collective efforts have paid off, and I'm so proud of all the employees. We have record numbers in attendance at our golf courses, bicycle Sundays, at Kensico Dam, on all our trails, and our ecology day camps were filled. I'll be there in a minute. Pools and beaches have run smoothly and safely throughout the summer following the New York State guidelines. As it has been said many, many times already tonight, parks are essential. Our department has always believed this, But ironically, through the nightmare of COVID-19, one silver lining is that the public has now realized how important the parks are to their overall well-being. I only hope that they continue to feel that way and continue to visit our facilities when we return slightly closer to normal. So many employees have far surpassed what was expected of them when we were in the throes of the pandemic. I'd like to thank all the directors, managers, curators, superintendents, and laborers who came to work every day and kept our department operating while offering help to many other departments within Westchester County. I have often referred to our staff as a large MASH unit, since we continuously need to work around or work through various difficulties. COVID-19 was a new challenge, and the staff faced it admirably. I would like to offer a special thank you to the First Deputy, Peter Tartaglia, and to my Director of Operations, Mr. Neil Squilanti, for their tireless effort to keep the department functioning and moving forward positively during this very difficult time. I'd like to thank the County Executive, Mr. George Latimer, who is a true supporter and friend of the Parks Department, and we so appreciate that, as well as the rest of his staff, and allowing us to reopen programs and facilities gradually and safely. A special thanks to Ben Boykin, Chairman of the Board of Legislators, and the 3 legislators that are here that are so much involved in the Parks Department and so support our efforts, so thank you. To Henry Neal, who certainly has taken his title as Chairman of the Parks Board more seriously than I think ever before. So thank you, Henry. We appreciate all your hard work for the Parks Department. And then finally, I'd like to thank the Westchester Parks Foundation, especially Joe Stout and Christine Laporta, for their tremendous commitment to our department, to the park system, and for honoring parks for with this special recognition award. I'm receiving it on behalf of the whole department, but they thank you and I thank you. Thank you. I feel like Ivanka Trump when she was speaking. Do we need, should I get my mask? It's at my table. Thank you. Yikes. Shoot. Let's just put this. Thank you.
It's an interesting picture with the mask, right?
Yes.
Good, Adam?
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much,
Well
guys.
deserved.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you to you, Peter, your management team, everyone at Westchester County PRC, many of you who are here with us tonight, some of us who are out there virtually. Yes, I had a malfunction. I know firsthand what it takes to make this park system work on a regular basis. I can't imagine what you had to go through to make it work during COVID-19. So thank you on behalf of the Parks Foundation and the public for what you've done to keep us all safe and having our parks available. You know, people have talked about first responders. You guys are all COVID heroes, so good for PRC. Please join me now in a brief recognizing of our former chair, Joanne Fernandez, who couldn't be with us tonight, unfortunately. She was the chair for 6 years, the immediate past chair, and our board is going to honor her with the dedication of a bench in a park of her choice. We accomplished a lot in Joanne's 6 years, and she kind of helped us grow up as an organization. So we owe Joanne a debt of gratitude for her vision, and we look forward to carrying on her legacy and her good work. And she'd be really aggravated at me if I didn't take this opportunity to remind everybody that there are opportunities to bid on the silent auction and the 50-50 raffle. You can use the QR code on your table, or those of you at home can go on your screen. So you've heard a lot of us talking tonight. Now we'd like to share with you some of what we call my park story, right? We believe that everyone has a park story. We'd like to think they were all in county parks, but sometimes they're not. But they were formative memories that were created in a park. These are memories that carried with us. They're the foundation of what makes parks so personal to each one of us and so important to all of us. We have a few of our board members and honorees and a few from our volunteers and park users that we think you'll find interesting about the impact that you guys from the county government make in the investment in parks and the clean, safe operation of parks in people's lives every single day.
This is my park story. I'm here right now at Rye Playland Beach. And as a teenager, I used to come here with my friends. And now, as an adult, I've returned to take yoga courses with the Westchester Parks Foundation.
I grew up here in Westchester within walking distance from Mountain Lakes Park in North Salem, and I have really great memories growing up there, running on the trails and spending time with friends and family.
Well, that's a hard choice. But I think most of all I love the Bronx River Path. Why? Because it's close to my house, but I step onto it, it's open, it's free, I'm in the woods, there's history, there's old bridges, there's memorials. It's a magical place, right nearby. I love it.
I love Muscoot Farm. I went there as a child, attended camp, and I loved seeing the animals, and now I get to take my own children there, and they love it just as much as I do. It's one of the truly unique things about Westchester. Thank you for being here, Westchester Parks.
My park story is about Dunwoody Golf Course because it's the place where I shot the lowest round of my life in golf. I shot a 73, which was great, but it also was bad because it lowered my handicap so much that I could never win another match with my friends. That's my park story, and I love Westchester County Parks.
I love Kensico Dam Plaza, where I'm actually standing right now, for so many reasons. It's where my children, who are now teenagers, first practiced riding a bike, played in the playground, and it's where so many important county events are held every year, whether it be Winter Wonderland, 9/11 Memorial, July 4th fireworks, or drive-in movies. That is why I love Kensico Dam Plaza. Congratulations to our honorees, without whose support we could not accomplish all that we do. We are proud to announce that we will be memorializing a tree.
I love Cranberry Lake Preserve because of the hiking trails.
We love Glen Island Park because it's a great place to spend time with your friends and family.
I love Tibbetts Brook Park because it's a safe haven outside the city.
I love Kensico Dam because of the Wine and Food Festival.
I love Cronin Point Park because of Eagle Fest.
I love Tibbetts Brook Park because it's blue.
I love Cranberry Lake Park because I spent my childhood there and I grew up there.
I love Jackson Woods Park because they have a lot of hiking trails for me to go on.
I love Ridge Road Park because it's a great place to walk.
I love Wilson's Woods Park because I love water and waterfalls and trees.
I love Graham Hills Park because of the exciting bike rides I've had there.
I love Bronx River Park because I can exercise there and there are always baby ducks around.
I love Glenmore Nature Preserve because of the fresh air and beautiful wildlife.
I love Tibbetts Brook Park because I can go there and do things like throw the frisbee with my family.
I love Twin Lakes Park because I run here every day.
I love Kensico Dam because of the beautiful scenery from the top of the dam.
I love Blue Mountain Reservation because of the red-tailed hawks they have. Thank you. you, Westchester Park. Thank you for being here, Westchester Park.
Thank you for being here,
Westchester Park.
Thank you so much for being here, Westchester Parks.
Why are parks important to you? Share your story with us, and let's continue to maintain one of Westchester's greatest assets.
Congratulations to our honorees, without whose support we could not accomplish all that we do. We are proud to announce that we will be memorializing a tree for each honoree to add to the beauty of our Westchester parks. It has been my privilege to share their stories with you. Your support is more important than ever in our ability to carry out our mission to advocate for and invest in the preservation, conservation, use, and enjoyment of our county parks.
At Westchester Parks Foundation, we understand the impact that the events of 2020 have had on our community of park users. But I'm so overwhelmed and moved by our friends and neighbors who have come together in so many different and wonderful ways. We know that parks are essential, and through your past support, thousands of our county's most vulnerable kids have had a chance to experience the outdoors at a sleepaway camp. Untold amounts of trash, invasive plants, miles of trails, and so much more is done by over 30,000 hours of your volunteer work over the last 5 years. And so many people enjoy the great free programs of Bicycle Sunday, Kensico Music Fest, and Yoga in the Park because of you. In this time, unlike any other, our passion for our parks, and more importantly, the people they serve, is greater than ever before. From this experience, we have a stronger sense of community and the recognition that county parks are the lifeblood of Westchester. Parks are here for us. Let's all stand up for parks. Thank you again to all of our honorees, our sponsors, our board members, the county legislators, the county executive and his staff, and everyone who's made this evening possible. Everyone, please stay safe, wear a mask. We hope to see you all soon in the county park. Dinner will be served shortly. We'll pick the raffles at the end of the night. Hopefully somebody will walk away with a big chunk of money. And thank you all for coming here tonight. And yay, PRC. Guys, one more item of business, please. One more item of business. Can we have a rousing happy birthday?